Hey everyone, welcome to Better with Tech. My name is Ozzy Mercado, and I'm going to show you how to make an address book using Google Sheets. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is name our spreadsheet address book. And then we're going to start entering in our column names. Since it's an address book, we'll have our first name in the first column, last name, phone number, email, and of course, their address. All right, now that we have those set up, we can start entering in the rest of the information. And if you have that, start entering it in now. But I'm just going to enter in a bunch of random information. And while I was looking up ways to do that, to make it easier on myself, I found this site called randomlist.com. And what that is it has a whole bunch of random generators for different things, such as a list of random animals, a list of random movies, random names, random phone numbers. So I'm going to use it to get to fill in my spreadsheet with random phone numbers, emails, addresses, first and last names. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll fast forward to when I have that all copied over. Okay, now I have all my information copied over. If you typed it in manually, you should see all the text will be about the same size as the top row. But if you copied it over from an email or some kind of document, or you did what I did, you'll see the text is probably a different size. Now, we can make this all uniform by clicking in the top left corner of the spreadsheet, just outside of all the columns and rows. And when you click there, it'll select all of the cells in the spreadsheet, go to Format, and clear formatting. And this will bring everything to a uniform look. It'll change the font size so that it's all the same. The font will all be the same. And all the colors that you might have, just in case you added any colors or anything, it'll set that to be all the same. All right, now that we have that done, we can start making this look nicer. The first thing we're going to do is we want to be able to read this easier. It's with all this information, it's easy to, when you're looking for someone, say like Cole Taylor, when you start moving your eye to the right and looking at his information, it's kind of easy to get lost. You could end up in another row and not even realize it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create alternating colors in each row, so it just makes it easier for your eye to follow along. And Google Sheets makes this really easy to do. You're going to highlight all your data, go to Format, Alternating Colors, and right away it sets it up so that the header row has its own background color, but then the rows below it alternate colors so that it's easier to follow your eye across the spreadsheet and looking at the information from the same person. So I'm just going to pick one of the formatting styles that they have here. I'll select this blue one, and that's good. I'll hit done, and there we go. Next thing I'm going to do is the top row, I think, needs to stand out more. So I'm just going to make it bold and increase the font size. I'm going to change the text color to white. I think that looks better. And the next thing I'm going to do is you can see here that our addresses are spilling over into other columns. You can also see that our email addresses aren't getting shown all the way. They're getting cut off. So we could fix this pretty easily by adjusting the width of the column by clicking in between, by clicking the column separator at above row 1 and in between the column letters. And we'll drag that around until we have enough space that our addresses can fit comfortably inside the cell. inside its own cell without overlapping. We could do the same thing with email too. And there we go. A quick way to do this is to double click the column separator, and it will line it up with the longest text that's in that column. So let's do that to each one. And that's much better. All right, now that we have all our data in, it looks nice. The columns are wide enough for all our information to be shown. Now we need to make it easy to sort this information, just in case we want to be able to look up someone pretty quickly. So we're going to go to the left side of the spreadsheet, right above row 1, and drag the freeze bar down below row 1. And that will freeze row 1 in place so that we can scroll and still preserve the name of each column. This is really useful for when you have a lot of information going across. It can be very easy to confuse what's what. So having the ability to freeze your column names in place so you always know what you're looking at is very useful. Also, now we can sort by going up to the top of the column that we want to sort and clicking sort sheet A to Z, and now everyone's sorted by first name. Could sort them by last name, and we could sort them by all this other information too. And that's all. Now we have our address book. And one thing that we could do is we could print this out. If we click the print button here, it'll bring up a print settings here, and we could change the paper to landscape or portrait. But let's go to formatting. I want to get rid of these grid lines, so I'm going to go formatting, show grid lines. I'm going to turn that to off. I think it looks better without the grid lines. And if I wanted to print this out, click next. Depending on your web browser, you'll probably see a different screen, but this is the print screen. It shows us a nice preview of what we're going to be printing out, and you can select your printer and just click print to print out your address book. So that's how to make an address book using Google Sheets. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below, or email me at betterwithtech@gmail.com. Please like this video if you think it's helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching.